Just wait for people to come in. Hi, Margaret. At least this one's going to be a quiet one tonight. How you doing? You good? Do you want to come on? Have a talk. I don't expect to be on for long. It's like 11:15 here. And I'm probably going to go to bed about 12. I'm better than I was. Better than I was yesterday. God, what a train wreck of a stream that was. Got something to talk to you about that actually. Maybe we can talk. Maybe you can come on and I can talk to you about it. It's just that, Marge, you know, the last stream I did, Bruce came on. You know, the last time I was live, and Bruce popped on for a bit. I watched that stream back mainly because I wanted to see how terrible I was on it, because I was, and I felt bad for it. But I couldn't understand why in the chat I hadn't seen a single message off Bruce, and yet halfway down my waffle about Bruce, halfway down my conversation waffling on about Bruce, I noticed in the comments when I'm scrolling down on the night, I think it was you that turned round and said to me that Bruce actually left me a message. It was either you or maybe it was Adam, I don't know, saying just coming to see my best buddy Pete. I looked for that message, Marge. I looked for that message when I ran the video back today when we got back here, and I couldn't see no such message off Bruce. Also, I found it strange that he came on and he said something like, "I'll talk to you about it." Hi, Marge.
Hi.
Yeah.
You're depressed. You're sad.
Yeah, I must be. I noticed in the messages that at one point Bruce says to you, "Oh, thanks, Margaret," and I couldn't find anywhere in my chat where you'd said something to Bruce to make Bruce say, "Oh, thank you, Margaret." I found that odd.
I thought maybe he got that wrong. Somebody else said something to him.
Yeah, Well, I can't find anywhere in the comments where if you take the time to go back to that stream and find the part where Bruce comes on. Somebody said to me, I'm not sure, I'm pretty sure it was you actually. Did you say to me he actually left me a message, or was that Adam?
He came on. He said hello.
Yeah. Someone said that he left me a message saying just coming to see my
And then,
best,
and then
my best
if
buddy.
you scroll down, there's some more chats. And then he said that his supper was ready, or he was going to eat his supper, something like.
Yeah, I read all that, Marge, but I didn't see the one where he said, I'm just coming to see my best buddy Pete, the one that made me actually
No, no,
feel
no. That
stupid.
the other night when he was on live,
Oh,
and you
when he
came
was,
on and you
okay,
said hello,
okay, okay.
and then you said that you had left after, not long after or something. But he said, oh, because it takes time for him to scroll down, right?
Yeah, yeah,
And plus, you're 5 hours ahead of us. So,
yeah.
and he said, oh, Peter Benton, my good buddy, or my best buddy.
I must have come off the stream, like you say, when he said that. I was tired, Marge. I was tired. Came in. Good to see you. How are you?
But like, I know that he is busy. He's doing
Stephen, eh? Hi,
research.
Stephen. Sorry, Marge, what was that?
I know that he's busy. He's doing research and news feeds, and then his moon videos,
I know he never gets to the
plus
bottom.
plus daily real life stuff like you have to do. So yeah, it's hard
It was,
having your own
it,
channel.
it, it was a rather strange stream that I did the other night. It was rather strange because
But
I'm watching half the messages that Bruce left on there. I did not see pop up on air. Honest to God, you can see them obviously in the chat when you play it back, but they did not pop up on here. I found some of them by scrolling all the way down, but they should have gone in concession and should have showed up, but for some reason they didn't. They didn't show up, so I was unaware that he
yeah,
was even there in the first place. By the time I clocked on, he'd gone anyway.
yeah. But is there a way, like with your channel and with Bruce's, that when a chat comes up, you get it immediately? If someone says something, you could see it immediately? Or do you have to scroll?
It just says when people carry on chatting, it just says more chats with an arrow, and you have to scroll down. But then
Oh,
you can highlight your messages, and that's how you get them to come up at the bottom of your screen so that everyone can see it. So say
okay.
like Stephen A's one here, I can do that and it should pop up. Although I can't see it at the moment because for some reason my screen's being messed up and all I've got on my screen is a big black screen, and you know where it says live
Yeah.
and then the time that you've been there for or whatever. That's like in a little tiny box in the middle and you can barely see live, so I don't know what's going on there.
Okay.
But I guarantee you, when I go into all the stuff that's going on my phone at the moment, there'll be a message somewhere saying someone is using your camera, and I don't
Because
understand what that
uh,
is.
on on my on my screen, I have you, I have me in the green. Right above you is the live. You've been on for 9 minutes and 44 seconds, 45 seconds.
Right,
And below that, it's you're in the show, and then everything else is black. I don't get any chat feeds.
don't get
Yeah,
any notifications or anything.
I know that Joel does, I think. I think he does. Oh, only if they donate money it gets hit. Okay. Okay.
Um,
Somebody's always trying to get into your pockets.
Yeah. I'm always trying to fill people's pockets as best as I can. It's just never, I don't earn enough, do I? So honestly, I put myself out of pocket. I do. I put myself out of pocket because I believe in giving. I believe in giving and sharing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I got my son a smart bracelet. It's a heart monitor, blood pressure, how much he walked that day. It does incoming calls and WeChat, QQ, I don't know what that is, Twitter, alarm clock, photo control.
Same to you, Stephen A.
So I got him that. And then for my granddaughter's birthday, it's on the 20th, but they have such a full schedule, and we're not celebrating till the 30th. So I got her a necklace that
Right.
cost me a lot of money. But like, I figure with all the chaos happening, it's good to have gold. So, yeah. Anyway, I'll turn
Oh,
TV on here. There we go.
and now we've got robot voice. I've recently found out off the stream from last night that when the voice starts going all phasey, it doesn't show up on the live. Only I hear it on my phone. It's weird.
Oh, okay.
Mm. And it only happened like it's worse now. So I'm not going to understand what the hell you say, no matter how you try to say it. And it will stay like that for a good 2-3 minutes, and then it will slowly start. I know I know when it's going to come, because first I'll get crackle. I'll start getting, then it'll get intense, and then it'll go into a robot voice. It's like someone's turning on an effect on your voice.
Are you near an airport?
Yeah, I can hear it now, but it's that distorted. I can't even understand what people say when it happens to them. So now I've got to wait a couple of minutes now until it fizzles out and I can hear you again. Every time I do a stream, it's been happening with this weird screen thing that's going on as well. I don't know what's going on. It's really frustrating.
In the States where they had that tornado that tore through, I think, 3 different states,
Yeah.
a bad storm front was coming through, and a radar station decided to upgrade at the same time. The storm system made a circle around the radar station and then drifted off. Really weird. And then the tornadoes, really bad tornadoes, ensued right after that. I didn't know radar could do that.
Really struggling to understand, Jock. Something about a radar.
Yeah, in the States.
You're coming back now. Thank God you're coming back, Margaret. I'll be able to understand you now. Carry on talking.
Okay. In the States, they had a storm front coming through.
Oh, is that?
Pardon me?
There's a storm coming through, did you say?
Yeah, this happened when the tornadoes hit. What was it, last week? Week and a half ago? They had bad tornadoes. It decimated a town. I think it was an F4. Anyways, a storm front is coming through, and the radar station decided to upgrade their radar. The storm front made a circle around the radar station and then drifted off. But then the tornadoes started happening. It gave it energy or something. I think that storm front, the tornadoes covered 3 states.
That's intense, that is. 3 states.
Yeah. Oh, Julie's on.
Yeah. Charles, come on. And Julie.
Julie. I spoke with my daughter-in-law. Where did that paper go? It's clearly.ca. That's the address. It's mail order. The only thing is you might have problem with the frames fitting your face, but CA is Canada. So check out if you have a clearly in the States. And you send them, you email them your prescription, you pick out the frames that you want, and you get it a whole lot cheaper. I hope she can hear me.
I'm sure she can.
Yeah, clearly, CLEARLY.ca. But check out if you have there in the States. Yeah, I paid $475 for my glasses, and my daughter-in-law paid less than $200 for hers. With the cat eye frames.
Cat eye frames?
Yeah. So.
Did a lot of damage, did it? Oh, I can imagine.
Yeah, those were big tornadoes.
I have dreams about big tornadoes. It's not good.
We just worry about snowstorms.
You get them pretty bad in Canada, them
lately.
snowstorms. I remember watching, I think it was in February, I remember watching Jason Swartz coming home with his son in the car.
Oh
and
my God.
Did you see it? And the snow's pelting. Wow, that was intense, that was.
I said, I texted him, how do you see the road? How do you know where you're going? And he says, I just follow the snowbanks. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
But we had 900 centimeters of precipitation. That's rain and snow.
Yeah.
I don't know how many feet that would be. 4 to 900.
What are these radars that Stephen A is talking about? I'm interested. He said that there was quite a few messages back. He mentioned what they was. They are.
Can you scroll it up?
The next rods.
Right. Okay. And that causes the storm to circle the radar station? Okay. What, that would be the weather network, I guess? But even in Europe, somewhere they had tornado, I think I read somewhere. I'm not sure.
Was like I said, I was watching something about chemtrails on a stream. He had this guest on that had done all his research about what they're putting in the skies and how they're doing it and when they're doing it and all this sort of thing. And the things that he was coming out with, what he'd found out, what was actually in the chemicals that they're releasing out and he said you can actually see the nodules on the plane wing tips facing inwards at the jets, at the back of the jets, so that it gives the effect that it's coming out the back of the jets.
Yeah.
And there's like low, high trace of aluminium in them, and all
And
sorts of other crap.
boron and everything else, yeah. But
And
there's
he
no
said,
markings. There's no
yeah,
markings.
yeah. And he said something about there's. He says, how can America go from like wherever it was when you froze the crops over and then up to 90 degrees within a week? He said
Yeah.
it's madness. And he says they're having snow and then hot weather within a week, and it's crazy. He said no way is that happening naturally like that. And they know when to freeze your crops over, give you a nice frozen over crop
Yeah.
area.
Weather
And
modification.
yeah. And it just got me mad. And then it got me even madder when he said, "Do you know the governments have give all the counties weather reporters a gag order, so that I
Yeah,
can't say anything."
I
And,
believe it.
and I was like, "That's when you know something serious is going
But
on."
you
Like,
know what? If you control the food, you control the people.
that's it. That's what I thought. Because a lot of. Do you remember? Was it last year? It was last year when they was setting fire to a lot of supermarkets. They were doing it over here as well. I even filmed one getting set on fire. I was coming home from Kelly's the one day, and there was a big fire. And I looked into it, and it turned out that there was a supermarket that had got set on fire. And there was something in the paper that I found that I didn't know before, but a big, massive fight broke out amongst the firemen while they're trying to put the fire out. Some people were having a fight, something related to the fire. I don't know why, but while they're trying to put the fire out, this big fight broke out amongst people right outside. It was crazy.
Jeez.
Mm,
But I used to watch Jesse Ventura,
yeah,
and
I used to watch him.
there was people saying that they get voices in their head. So you're thinking, okay, you're not taking your meds.
Yeah.
But he investigated, and they have like a satellite dish, and they pointed at the person, and they could send wavelengths to that person. You can make them laugh, you can make them angry. And also in the Iraq war, they had amplifiers that could actually turn your insides into jelly, into liquid. You
Wow.
think about that?
Wow. I am. I
So
was
you
talking
could
about.
knock them out, or you could actually kill them.
That's nuts. That is.
I don't know why they do it. If Okay, it's fine to know that you can do it, but I don't think it's legal to do it.
Don't sound legal to me. 100%. 100% Margaret. Stephen A.
Get my magnifying glass. And I know, like, if you invent something that could help mankind, it has to go through the government first to have it verified, and they could block you.
Mm.
You know, they want to know everything. If you find something in outer space, no, you can't publish it. It has to be okayed by the government. That bill was passed maybe 5, 6 years ago, or when Obama was in. I'm not sure. And of course, Canada does the same. But our governments are spending money like crazy, and I'm thinking maybe they're get rid of all the money and go digital and on credit.
I'm not looking forward to that, you know.
No. And these 15-minute cities popping up.
Oh, about that. What is that all about?
Oh, you have a place there called York, Oxfordshire.
Yeah.
That's a 15-minute city. You have to be able to travel by bike or by foot to your work, to your groceries, stuff like that. Now,
So
if you want
they're
it,
called 15 because I've just been listening to something about 20-minute cities or something. And it's like, why are they calling them 20-minute cities? Have you got to like be in at a certain amount of time or something? How does it work? Why are they called that?
you're not
Uh,
using a vehicle. You're not using your gas. You have to either walk or pedal.
Where's the time period come into it?
What I read up on, this is the Schwab and his gang that are putting this into motion. Okay, I live in Anjou. My son lives in Mercier Hochelaga. I do my shopping in St. Leonard. I'm screwed. If I want to take an Uber, because that's what they're saying, you have to take an Uber to go to the next county, right? Well, the driver has to have permission. I have to get permission from my city council to travel to see my son or to get my groceries. And that's a lot of hooey. Forget that. I'm just gonna go if I get arrested.
Seriously, man, what kind of a world are we stepping into here, man?
It's all for control. And now
You
here,
you know, Margaret, so many people are going to be like, enough is enough. Do you know
oh
what?
yeah,
It's going to get to a point. It's going to get to a point, and they've got to know it's going to get there.
oh yeah,
Oh my
we're
god.
gonna get
Oh
fed
my
up.
god.
We'll riot in the streets, whatever.
Also, another reason why they probably want to bump as many people off as they possibly can.
You know, we have to be like Iceland. Remember when the banks
Hi,
crashed?
Carl. How you doing, bud? Yeah.
In Iceland, people were putting their money there, and then there was that huge bank crash. The people, the residents, marched in to their parliament and dragged everybody out. You're fired. That's what we have to do. But like now, after that march there in Washington and the one here in Ottawa, they beefed up everything, so it'll be kind of hard. You know, what's this he wrote? I missed that.
Oh, this.
Complete monitoring of the total population, unless there's an ace up a sleeve somewhere. We've played ourselves. Oh, yes. On the on and off ramps here, we have purple lights. And I
Oh,
was
yeah,
like,
heard of them. Yeah, go on.
you have that too?
No, I think so, but I've heard of them. I know what you're on about, and I've actually seen them. I've seen like, I think it was like a subway, and it was going down like that, and you saw like these rows of these lights going into the tunnel, and they were like a purpley bluey sort of colour, and they were
Yeah.
talking about how like people were passing them, and they had the jab, and you could see the veins glowing up as they went past these lights, or something like that. Anyway,
Oh, weird. No, this
yeah,
is
yeah.
on the on and off ramps for the highways
Right, okay.
and the expressways. So then I was on Marfugal News, and a guy called in because they were, well, what are these? And he had done a little investigation, and they said they ran out of regular lights, and they'll have once they have them in stock, they'll put up the regular ones instead of these purple ones. Anyways, a guy called in and said, no, 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 there's surveillance. They're solar operated also, and if you have your Bluetooth on in your car or your cell phone on, they can monitor who's going on the on ramp and who's coming off. you're traveling?
I think I need to, might sound dramatic, but I mean, come on. I think I need to acquire some serious body armor and get hold of as many decent weapons I can get hold of. I don't know. Like, I'm just mad right now, and I'm just
No,
trying to
just prep.
figure out where it's going.
Just prep up.
Mm. Oh, now I understand about them cities now a bit better. That's everything just seems to be pissing me off at the moment, man.
When I was in high school, my history teacher was an immigrant from Yugoslavia. And he said, not in my lifetime. He says, probably in your lifetime. He says, with great power comes great fear. And when that happens, he says, then like North America will become communist, China will become capitalist. He says it'll switch over. And I think he's right.
Mm.
It's getting really bizarre. Yeah.
After seeing what's happened in the last 3 years, it's definitely believable about this fake alien invasion happening. I wouldn't be at all surprised. That's like the big one for me from the things that I recently heard, because at first when it was being thrown about, everyone was going, oh, CERN, they're going to do this, they're going to do that. And I always thought to myself, well, what about the possibility that it actually is going to be physical? Have they got technology to make it seem and feel physical? Because there was talk about how they went about doing the 9/11 and how they got the holograms to have sound effects with them, and the talk of hard light holograms and stuff like this. And I'm not, I don't know. And then I recently found out that they're actually going to do this. This is happening, but it's actually going to be reversed technology that they're using, and it's going to be us. It's going to be humans that are going to actually do this fake invasion. It's actually going to be a physical thing, and I thought that sounds more likely. And then I thought to myself, but then how are they going to actually go about the attack? And people, I was watching something kind of, I think it's UAMN TV or that Zohar Gate thing. And they had a guy in, and he was talking all about it. And he said they're going to use this technology that they've got, these triangle crafts and the tic tac shaped ones and the cigar shaped ones. And he said that they're actually going to attack airliners in the sky. You're going to be seeing airliners coming down. You're going to be seeing cities getting attacked and everything to make it all look realistic, so that everyone comes together and it's more controllable. And I'm like, oh my god,
Yeah, that's
I've just not stopped thinking about it ever since. It's just like, fucking hell, that really happens.
now if there's an EMP attack, would that affect the planes too?
Yeah, I thought about that as well, Marge. I did think about that as well. That had
Well,
crossed my mind.
how much does a titanium umbrella cost? I think I might have to get one.
How long can you hold it up for?
This is getting out of hand.
The purple lights are to see.
And I'm thinking too that our leaders are puppets.
Who's got the gap? Yeah, that's what I heard as well, Stephen.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
Well, there's a fourth jab coming out now, eh?
Really? Is that?
Yeah.
I'm hearing off Joel down in the pipeline that the next pandemic that's supposed to be happening is going to be bird flu. And different to what they did to us with the, this one's actually going to be a real deal. That people are actually going to get this, and people are actually going to get sick before any jabs get thrown about anywhere. That's what I'm hearing anyway. What can you tell me about this fourth jab?
Just that it's going to be mandatory.
Yeah.
Here we go again, you know?
Take this or you lose your job and all that sort of thing.
And then somewhere in the States too, these Walmarts that have been closed. Why would you put razor wire and that fencing all around? And policeman asked the construction guy, like, it's closed, like what happened? You know, and what's with all this fencing and razor wire? And he says, that's going to be a compound. Compound for what? You know, you're going to put illegals in there? Like, I don't know. And then last night, I get the good news after midnight on the radio, on CBC Radio 1. China has 3,000 miles of tunnels, bunkers, and compounds underground.
Uh-huh.
So that they're all set. And our subway system is only 50 feet deep, eh? So we're kind of screwed.
You just reminded me of these replica cities that they make. Like they're supposed to have a replica of the Pentagon as well.
Yeah, Paris, London.
Yeah, that's it. Paris, London, yeah.
Washington.
That's crazy, man.
And they do war games there, eh?
Yeah, they play war games.
But their government's different. They have a leader for life, whereas we vote every 4 years.
Interesting, I did not know that.
Yeah.
You know, I really should research more about other countries and stuff like that. I'm quite closed in and unaware of a lot of stuff. I only know half of what I know is through what I watch on YouTube, because I don't watch normal TV anymore. I just watch YouTube. It's all I ever watch, apart from when I'm at Kelly's, because it's different. She hasn't quite got it yet, so she's still like wants to watch TV. So I'll watch TV with her, whatever she's watching, or she'll want to watch a movie with me, so I'll watch a movie with her, just to like, so that it's like normal for her. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I've noticed every time I try to watch something that goes deep into something, she buries herself in her phone, and I'm like, you know, if I don't try to tell her these things and try to explain to her that a lot of the stuff that's going on is like serious shit, you know, it's going to be all too much for her. Possibly she's getting there though, slowly. She's getting there. But
Yeah.
when the pandemic came and I was telling her about the underground bases, and she was trying to understand why they're taking them all down there and how can they possibly be taking all these missing kids and all that, and I was saying to her, look, I said, I don't know 100% all about it, but it's been said that there is supposed to be a really bad race on this planet called the reptilians, and the Greys are working with them, and there was a deal done a long time ago, and they broke that deal, and the Greys just carried on doing what they were doing anyway. And I said, in the long run, they're taking these kids down there. And I said, and apparently there's a lot of bad, there's a lot of evil down there. There's a lot of evil beings as well. And I said, and they don't care. And I says that they've been said to be able to rip a man in half, no problem, rip the limbs off and everything. They're supposed to be some real powerful beings, they are, and they've been our overlords for God knows how long. And she was in tears over it, and I didn't mean to take it that far. I didn't, and it was shocking. And I thought, if me just telling you something that I've been researching and looking into for God knows how long, ever since I came across that David Icke guy and listening to him, that's when I first found out about that. You see, before him, I knew that there was something going on like that. I just couldn't figure out what it was, but
Yeah,
I knew
but
something really mad was going on in the background.
David Icke has gone into the twilight zone now, I think. He's not stable anymore.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
I have to say something. Like, I know if there's other beings out there that they don't look like us, it would take them a long time to travel here. But like, we do have evil here, and they can manifest themselves.
For sure.
Okay, like the fallen ones, they are so intelligent. They know what we're going to do. Like, we have free will, but they already know what we're going to do. It's like they're playing a chess game with us.
Mm.
There's so
They're
many
doing
steps
exactly.
ahead.
They're basically doing exactly what I do on Command and Conquer. That's what they're doing. And all we've got to overthrow them is if they're stupid enough to just turn away from the screen for just a second. And they're making sure they don't do that. But it's possible to overthrow them.
So, I don't know. I think it's all evil that's creating this.
I've got to do two things, guys and girls. I've got to get my washing out because I totally forgot. If I don't get it out, I'm going to be going to work in the morning with wet uniform on. I've got to get some tissue for my glasses. I won't be too long, guys.
I was going to adult education and working and raising two kids. And I was really behind on my laundry. So I go take a shower and get dressed to go to adult education. I have no more underwear left. So I said to my husband, can you lend me a pair of your underwear? He said, only if you lend me your skirt. Yeah. I was just hoping and praying I don't have an accident and end up in the hospital. Oh dear. Okay, so I'll let you go. Make myself a coffee.
Okay.
Bruce comes on 8 o'clock tonight.
Does it?
Does he? No, I'm asking. I'm all screwed up in my days.
No, it's Sunday.
Okay.
I wish he would though, man, because I couldn't understand hardly a word he was saying on his French one, of course. But I noticed. I figured that he weren't going to do one till Sunday because he didn't come on Saturday. But then I totally forgot. By the time it was Sunday morning, I totally forgot we'd gone out, done that reptile thing, and then come back, and then I just turned on the TV and he was on with Elias Valhalla, and I was like, oh, okay, I'll watch him for a bit. And I ended up watching the whole thing, but yeah, it was all right. It was all right. But he said something about doing Tuesday streams, but he don't seem to have kicked it off yet. He was going to experiment, try different days. He
Try
doesn't seem
different
to
things, yeah. Or just pop on for a bit, yeah. Okay. So I'll let you go.
Okay, Margaret, thanks for popping on and having a chat.
You take care.
And you, man.
Have a calm Monday.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Just catch up on some of these comments. See if any of the comments going missing, it's probably because it keeps on saying in the way hide current comment, and I don't know how to get rid of the bloody thing. I think I just did. It's great to be alive. Yes, Joe. Trying to distract so hard they are. Yeah. A common enemy is needed to unite us. For sure. Tell you what, I'd like to know what the hell's going on outside. Sound like a bloody man uncle or something. I'm gonna have Joel on for a bit, I suppose, unless anybody else wants to come on for a bit. Possibly. Hold on, guys. Someone's got a van and they've got the back open and they're chucking a load of stuff in there. It's a bit noisy. Yeah, they tried that one already, yeah. MK Ultra. Selection. Do you know, honestly, about a good handful of the French that I have learned has been from observing Bruce. Obviously, I've picked other stuff up from going through school, just the odd standard things like, le crayon, le table, some of the days, some of the months I've remembered, a few of the numbers, saying hello, and je m'appelle Pierre or Peter. But some of the other stuff that I didn't know that has helped, I've picked up through Bruce talking on the French stream and listening to some of the people like Alias talking back to him as well. I pick up on things, slowly start to pick up on things. But I'm still gonna obviously use the Google Translator so I can get my message across, because there's such a lot that I still don't know. And when I see him talking in French as well, I'm like, I just wish I could roll it off the tongue like that. You know what I mean? It's good to learn another language. On the ocean floor of Aragon, we're about to lose the west coast, they say. Really? Oh, here he is, Mr. Ramblemouth. Although you're not as bad as Gabba.
I'll take that as a compliment, mate.
You got no choice.
I'll put that. Help! I'm trapped in between a cyber world. I'm sorry, I can't stop eating this liver and bacon. I've got, it's like a pig in blanket, It's amazing. I put some dark mushroom that. I can't stop eating it later. I eat what my body tells me, but yeah, we're doing.
I'm a bit disappointed that I can't see my screen. It just says live in a little tiny red stupid little thing. But other than that,
What nose painting that do?
let's see if now you're on. I can get that to change. Let's have a look. Does that make any difference? No, it doesn't make a slightest bit of difference.
Marvelous, this technology, isn't it? Never works when you want it to.
I don't
How we doing anyway? How is everyone?
There we go. So wait.
Yeah, I've been listening from the beginning, me and Alice and that. You know, on about to your bird flu, you forgot about Marsburg disease as well. It's a form of Ebola. If we all do it, rewind and that before the pandemic, and there were nurses and doctors volunteering from all over the globe, UK and America and France and all over the and they were going to, I think it was Syria or something like that, or something in Africa or something like that. And they had that whole Ebola outbreak, didn't they? And some nurses lost lost their lives volunteering and that. Well, this new Marsburgs, it's all a bit fruit batty and bats. Apparently, it's coming from fruit bats and it's infecting it. There's shit with it. I don't know, yeah. How deep do you want me to go into it?
As deep as you want, mate.
Right, well, yeah, I can't. More liver, please, Parker. Right,
As deep as you legally can, mate.
yeah, I'm just thinking as for it. I mean, obviously, what I'm going to repeat is what it's on YouTube anyway. It's obviously published data. It's come from what in UK is called Zoe, which is like the public. From all studies, like through everything, you can go on websites to Google and put Zoe gov.uk and that. Even in America, because a lot of data is that's coming from UK, what's going into America. Dr. John Campbell is one that spills beans a lot. But it is, anyone can do it. You can just pull it up on internet. Zoe .gov UK. But yeah, apparently in South Africa and parts of Africa, I mean, there's nothing wrong with Africa. My uncle's from, I read he's from Gambia. And his mate dude. Not wrong with him. You know what I mean? Got some 8 times and that. He's old now. I think he's back in his 70s and that. Because he used to have quite a lot of stuff going off and that. Because, like, it's crazy. And that. It's like he had to go over and ripping in, which nearly caused a divorce between me, Auntie Lynn, and Uncle Eddie and that. Because they were having to go out and spend loads of time in Africa and they were spending loads of money and this and over. Because if not, government were going to take his land over him. Because he was like them when his dad died, he was his chief sort of thing. We were like tin shacks and they've got like big plasma TVs and that. It's man, mate. Bit off at beat. But there's an outbreak in Africa now, and I forgot what it is and that. Senegal or something like that or something. Anyway, somewhere South Africa or something. Anyway, a couple of places in Africa. There's been 2 major outbreaks. There's been some reports as well, but you're not going to really hear much about this and that. But there has been some like in states and that. But I think that's just down to due to travelling and that. You know, obviously you can jump on a plane and go anywhere you want. But in a few hours you can be halfway around the world, isn't it? You know what I mean? Obviously we're playing catch up. So it's probably already spreading out, and obviously I'm investigating all sorts, putting at microscope and blah blah blah. But yeah, I think I'm alright saying this and that. It's just an idea. It's just an idea. I think I'll be alright saying it. I wrote about it to my dad and that other day and that, and I went, "Come on, Dad, think about it." Because he's like, "Oh, I can't do it." You know what I mean? Drives me mad. I don't want to know. I'm not interested. I said, "Yeah, because you know you're going to be popping your clothes. You know what I mean? Should be aware of that. You think about it. You know, grandkids and all this that over." So he going, "Oh yeah, well I got one left." It's like surrendering. I don't do surrender. There were a lab leak in London a few weeks back. I don't know if anybody's heard about it. And we were having a lot of thinking about and that and things and viruses and that. But when I was mentioning about the alarm on about 23rd of April, May the 4th be with you. Hey, guess what? King Charles is getting coronated street. I mean, coronation. What is it?
I was wondering if there was any
yeah.
kind of
Coronated
correlation.
chickens or something like that.
I was
Sick,
wondering if there's
innit?
any correlation to that, you know.
Yeah, wah. Coronation Street, yeah. But yeah, anyway. I remember ages, I said to Joe, I says, do you remember back about 4 or 5 years ago, Joe? And I was watching this thing like, what would you say, a torrent or something, innit? Yeah, with cards on it. And just this random thing and that, you know, torrents with cards and they're going, blah, 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 and they put all cards down. And he says, oh, there's going to be a major shock to the world and that. And there's going to be an upstairs royal family and that. And it's not, you know, it's going to be a major change and shock to the world. Like, wow, what's this? And obviously, Her Majesty the Queen, and I've worked and served for her. I don't know what anybody thinks of her, but she's a lovely woman and that. I've met her briefly, but you know, it's just like just mum, and that's about it. It's like one of them things, you know, parade and that, dishing medals. That not that I got one anyway. No medalist, you mutley. Well, Bobby, I don't know if medal. Bullshit, innit? Do it for people. There's a big plan. We know that.
Definitely.
Willie Whiffwack, they're behind it. Schwarzman's Weissenfleilenberg, Klaus, Clowns, and Weissen. One of the ringleaders. And then the Xing chauffeur. Go on TikTok and give you my bank account details and put it's the new craze. It's called the Xing chauffeur. You know, Xing Shang Shang Xing Xing Ching Chang Chao. Like Ching Chang Chong when it that bang. And then there's a poor old poaching and that. And then, oh God, Sleepy Joe, wake up, bloody hell, will you, man? Stop falling up, pissing stairs and that. Don't look good on Fox News and that. Or on Global News, for that matter of fact. What it means is, you know, when you have little kids and babies and that, there's them things and you can pass it onto the door, right? And it's like a bouncy thing and that. You sit them in it and they can bounce and that on the door and go, wee, and they can't fall over. I think Joe Biden might need one of them with a massive fucking nappy on and that, you know what I mean? Just in case the shits is then and that. You know. But I'm just saying in that, you know. And then I walk up. Well, listening fall upstairs. I mean, that, you know, just let my head down for a bit, innit? But yeah. Heads or tails, bird flu, or Mars big. Never know. Could be a double whammy. Boom! Hee hee! You know what I mean? Joe Biden's got more moves than Michael Jackson. Did you know? You seen him when he moonwalks? Oh no, sorry, that's when he fucking falls downstairs, not falls upstairs. Fucking silly. Yeah. Fucking daft as fuck, me. Yeah, that deserves a whiskey, I think, for that. Hey! Yeah. No offense taken, anybody. I mean no harm. I hope it just sounds funny. Because it is. Hey. Wine's shit, innit? But it don't have to be. Well, I love wine. I just don't like this crap that we're fed in that. Wakey time, everybody. Yeah. Some strange things going off on that. It'll be interesting to see, right? He said, oh, or 5G hasn't been fully running at its full potential yet. And it's like, well, I'm not paying for 5G. Yeah, well, you are, but it's just not working properly yet. But you'll know about it when it is working. Because don't worry, if it wears you out thinking anything, we'll think for you. Don't worry. We'll control everything and you can be a robot. And if you don't behave, we'll seize all your banks. You're not allowed to go here, there and everywhere unless you reply. Because you've got to be a good doggy. And if you're a good doggy, they might throw you a bony. And then you can wag your head and bark out your ass. Or is it wet? No, wag your tail and bark. No, yeah. Yeah, wag your fucking head and bark out your ass. I'm not confused now. It's
Things
silly,
are gonna get heated, man. Very soon.
What you put eating on?
I
I'm
want to
actually down and fucking boiling up, me.
I want to pull that.
I might even, was it spontaneous combustion or something? I'd be like, Ghost Rider with fucking head on fire. Fucking head gasket going. And I tell you what, funny than that, watching Goodwood live and that today and that. Okay, hell, some cars that. Fucking back end ringing out. Look, they were like riding a fucking pig. Like, and there's one that came rolled and that, and he's upside down. And his master was trying to push car over, and as he pushed it over, one got fucking trapped underneath, and it fucking crushed him and that. And they put him in fucking ambulance, and the driver was all right. I'm like, fucking hell, this is all right. And when I was talking to you, Pete, but Marshall's pushing car over this gold GTI, right? And one at Marshall's silly bastard, when the tipped car over and it went back on his wheels, he was underneath it and it crushed him. So they ended up putting him in ambulance. The driver's walking back, went, I'm sure this was Tesco's where I meant to park and that. No, it's a fucking racetrack. Yeah. It was funny in that we're giggling his box off because they looked it was smoking like a chimney, mate. Honestly, there was more smoke piling out than a steam engine and that. With Capri and that, we're knackered. I think crank fell out. We were like Bond escaping with a smoke screen on. And chopping everybody up, back end and all. I've really lost it. Nearly rolled it. We're like, come here, get in and that. And the black flagged him and that. Like, get in, you dangerous, you and that. It was running on cannabis, I think. Smoked more than fucking some cunt in Amsterdam. No offense, Adam. I don't mean you, mate. I'm just saying it's all them other ones and that. You know, I'm only kidding. But yeah, I don't really want to go. I'd like to go deeper in that, but I think I might be better off doing it on a video and that because I need to check what I'm allowed to say or not. And I'm going to go back to Zoe Data and that.
What was
there's
that?
things on YouTube and that. I can send you some links and things to check it out. So it's not just coming from me and that. And you go, no, I could be saying fucking no. I'm just saying what I'm seeing and that. And because I like to look into things because I need to be aware of what's happening and that because it's my children. Number one priority before anybody or anything or myself is my kids. And I need to make sure I'm on it and I'm alive to make sure that they survive. And that's why I look at it. And if you want to come along, you know, you don't have to take my word, but, you know, I pretty much better chances than most people before shit kicks off or whatever and that. Because definitely a 50-50 or maybe a 60% chance. Bloody good than that. I'll get it best than that. Get optimistic, but good chance. Good chance. The shoplifting up on rise in UK is crazy and that. They're just going into supermarkets and walking out with like back of quid for meat and things like that. And there's nobody doing nothing about it. But it's like, oh, well, we've got oh look, there's no grandma there. Quick, she's walked across the road and that, and she's
Sorry
like,
about that.
arrest
Weird
her,
what's
arrest her.
going on over there.
You know what I mean? It's terrible, man. It's terrible. I'm not doing all it's running right. And I'll tell you what else, and that, and this is true, and that. It's getting out. I've been saying it for ages. The enemy is at the gate, serving UK right now. We've been trained by UN, placing target, and they're going to get that call when it goes, and there's going to be things going off that you're not going to believe. Because the enemy is who we're fighting, and it began with an A and an I. You know what I'm saying? 9/11s and things, and A and I's. I got an A. I would tell, well done, yes, we'll get an holiday, and it'll either begin with an A or an I. What was it? An A. Well done, Burgess, yes, that's the spirit, Burgess, welcome, yeah. Have you made a will? No, well, I suggest you make one. Get some life insurance. Good old. Yeah, good old. Good old. Your head's fucked. I don't do that. I'd do it again and that. I'd do it all again, mate. To be honest with you, I'm seriously considering, I don't know. I'm getting up
I like the
50
way
years old nearly at that.
sometimes. I like the way he puts things.
It's easy money. It's easy money. Easy money. I still have the same rank number. I just go. It's like putting a glover that fits, straight back in.
I'm just listening
I'll have to do a bit
to
of training and that'll put me back foot paces and that, but I don't, it'll fucking haul me out, mate. I'll tell you that. I'm nearly 50 years old and that, but I was fucking overthinking. You know what I mean? I'm in my 20s and that, you know what I mean? Not fucking nearly 50s and that. Fuck, no, man. My fucking legs have been dropping off. You imagine that, like, what is it, Terminator, and he freezes him and he's going, and he's like collapsing and that, like liquid metal dude, and his fucking arm snaps off and his legs and that, he's going, I'd be like that, trying to do a mile and a half and that, my fucking legs would be fucking back there and my fucking body would be over there, so I'd be falling to fucking bits and everything there. Like, come on, you've got to do it in 12 minutes. And it's like, well, just give me another fucking 12 minutes, fuck's sake. You know what I mean? I'm not getting any younger. Easier than this, like, yeah, because a fucking push out and I'll fucking do it in 5 and that. Do a unicycle wheelie, mate. I can't help it. I have to take piss and that. So I get mad. I'm just upset. I'm upset with things and that, just the way it is and that. It's not fair. Not fair on people. Like, how I feel is we're getting roped into something that we're not even remotely interested in. It's like, just, well, we just want to get on with it. Why this? Why pay that? Look, if you all want to blow his ends up, fair play. But just leave us the fucking alone, alright, mate? You know what I mean? If you don't mind. I'm quite happy just walking around like a fucking fart in a trance or something, whatever you want to call it. You know what I mean? I know that. Have you ever thought about it? How does a fart walk around in a trance? Is it actually possible that a fart can actually walk in a trance? A poop, a trump, a fart. Actually go into a trance. You know what I mean? That's how I feel sometimes. Let's keep that way, mate. Best I can. Best I can. I'm just having a look on in fact, where's my glasses? Well, I ain't seen far away in that, but when it comes close up like that, that's the only reason why I have to wear it now. See, yeah.
I'm gonna go to bed in about 10 minutes, 5-10 minutes. I'm starting to drift off, man.
Yeah, well,
Hi,
I'm
Super
wanting
Dave.
to
How
try
you
and get
doing?
live
Super
and that.
Dave's in the house.
I want to
Good
try
to
and
see
get
you
live.
here, mate. Really good to see you here.
In fact, time is it? Bloody hell. 12:30, isn't it? Kids are back at school on Tuesday as well. Back to the old grindstone, isn't it? Got some homework to do him and that, some maths. We fell off a Pete. We fell over. I missed him up there. It's all that MK Ultra again, is it? Oh God. I think Pete's fell over, mummy. Oh, he's gone sided and that. I put my glasses on because I couldn't hear it. Oh. That number. Eyes open. Be safe. Truth's out there. Global open discussion. I hope Pete's okay now for that window. Because they were on his side and that, but I'm going to get live because I'll give Pete a tour down for it one day. Just a little peek and that. I want to show you all that because you're going to love it. It's been really sunny. It's going to be nice tomorrow. Because we've got last day of school, so we're going to go out and mish. We're plan. So we're going to get mid down. Hopefully. Right, let's get this live. Take care, everyone. See you soon.
For those that are still here, my battery died. I do apologise. I don't expect everybody to be still here after that. Yeah, my phone is boiling hot, so I know 100% that somebody else is nosing in at my camera. That would explain all the efferys that are going on with my screen and other stupid little bits and bobs that are going on. But the phone, like, I got it on a battery block for crying out loud, and there's still 2 digits left. And my phone is red hot and then turning off because the battery's just draining right down. How does that work? Interesting. Did Joel just fuck off, did he? He must have thought I went. I wouldn't do that though. I wouldn't just go like that without saying I'm going goodbye. I wouldn't do that. It's disrespectful. I feel bad as it is when I walk off to go to the toilet to do what I've got to do. I feel bad. Yeah, I've been getting some migraines as well. What kind of nightmares do you get, Kai, if you want to talk about that? Do you get some real intense bad nightmares, do you? I can share the link I just did. Oh, at His Highness. See, Kai comes across as one of them guys that can tolerate pain. Yeah. He does come across as one of them guys that has learnt to control pain. Yeah. To possibly a great capacity. I wonder who the two are. Cat's just fell off the window ledge. Fast asleep. It happens from time to time. I've seen them. I've actually witnessed them. I've looked by chance through the window to see what's going on. And I've seen one of them go poof on the floor. The electric arcs. See, is Bruce gonna go live Monday morning, or he doesn't do? I haven't seen him do a Monday for a while. Ah, Super Dave's chilling outside. Dragon Sage, I saw your name pop down earlier. You must have dropped a video or something. I saw it pop down while I was on my live. Welcome, Dragon Sage. It's nice to see you here. I don't think I've seen Dragon Sage come on before. Super Dave's still here. Nice one. Hi, mate. How you going, are you? You going? Thanks for coming along then. I'm gonna go myself in a bit, man. I'm starting to get really heavy eyes, and I can't talk properly anymore. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call it a night, guys. Just go and read these messages. Yeah, he thought I signed off. As I say, I wouldn't just do that. Like if that ever happens in future where it just goes black and I haven't said goodbye, you know, chances are my battery's gone. Let's check the phone. Phone in as hot as it was, so I don't know what the hell happened. But it was really hot when it powered off. What's one of them? You want me to just rest? Well, that's interesting. Is that what that was? Yeah. I wouldn't go without saying goodbye. I hear thunder, but there's no rain. This kind of thunder breaks walls on window panes. I hear thunder, but there's no rain. This kind of thunder breaks walls on window panes. Yeah, tell you what, because Bruce hasn't been able to do a sun or moon, proper moon or sun video for a while, has he? And to be fair, I haven't myself. There was, during the Easter break, I had a good chance, but I didn't take it. And I'm regretting it now. But the last time I was able to see the sun, I zoomed in on it and I was like, oh, barely any big spots on there. There's just these little tiny ones. And then the big ones came after. And that's when I started hearing all these reports of these CMEs coming in. Oh, I'm really getting tired now. Yeah, alright, mate. Yeah, sure, mate. Love that, Kai. Thank you for that. Bless. Oh, thanks, Margaret. Thanks for that. I'll be checking that out. I'll be checking that out in bed. Yeah, my battery died. You know, like what happened last time when my phone heated up and it just cut. Happened again. Yeah, I need to get to bed because it's coming up to 1. It's like 1:45. And I've got to be up for 6 o'clock to be at work for 7 o'clock. So I need to get my head down quick time. If I get my head down for 1, maybe fall asleep at about 20 past, half past 1, because I'm usually hard to get to sleep on. And then I can hopefully maybe grab maybe 2, but definitely 3, 4, 5, and some sleep. So what we got? We got 3 people. So does anybody want to say anything before I go? Anything? Just say it now, because in a couple of minutes I'm gonna go. Thanks for everyone for coming on. Those of you that are still here, thanks for coming on, man. I wasn't sure whether I was gonna come on or not, but then I just thought to myself, oh, I said it. Okay. Oh, kids' last day off school. That means when I come home from work, there's gonna be, the buses are gonna be rammed with kids. Oh, no. Oh. See, since we've moved on to this permanent morning shift, we've done it throughout the period where the kids are off, so I've been enjoying nice, peaceful, more or less peaceful journeys on the buses home. That's about to end. Screaming kids, just put your earbuds in and just don't forget your stuff. Night, night, Margaret. Okay, Ultra. I'm going to be doing some more on that tune tomorrow, as long as I'm not too tired. Not live, by the way. Don't want to put you through that again. Won't be doing that until it's a bit more organised. I can't understand why you're saying sorry, bro. But anyways, yeah. Okay, so Dragon Sage, Joel, I am Kai, His Highness. Anyone that's still on, thank you for coming on. Hope to see you again next time, maybe, if you can. And I'm going to get my head down now. Alright, so thank you very much for coming on. Maybe I'll have to get a chance to have a live conversation with maybe Sage or Kai or His Highness, maybe, if they're willing to. Pezzo Skies has just dropped. Just move that one out of the way. Hello, 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 hello. That's woke me up a bit, that has, to be honest. Take care, everyone. Yeah, I promise you I'm going now. I'm going now. So thanks for coming, everyone. Peace out, man.